Welcome back, you guys. So I am going to try my hand at pasta again. I've done it twice before. Not saying that it didn't turn out, it's just not something, I do very often. And with the fact that our shelves are being cleared off of some of the essentials, this is something that I myself can make. And so I'm going to try my hand at it again. It's a very simple recipe: 2 eggs, 2 cups of flour, salt, and up to 4 tablespoons of water. And so it is that simple. I did learn the hard way. Do not use the KitchenAid for this. It made my first ball really tough. And so it doesn't work out in your favor. So you will see this one's just the plain one. I am going to dehydrate these. I ended up running my dehydrator for about 12 hours to make sure, because with my shoulders and the tendonitis and stuff, I could not get my dough to roll really thin. And short of going to the storage unit, which we are under a lockdown, I'm not sure that is really what they want us doing. And I might be okay if no one else was there, kind of situation. But my pasta roller is somewhere in the storage unit. And so are my nice attachments to my KitchenAid, and I kind of really want to go get them. So I ended up with some really thick ones. I made a roasted garlic one, and then I made a spinach one with fresh spinach. So I have put them into bags as of now, and we'll see how long they last. It was definitely easier than I expected. I'm definitely feeling the pain today in my shoulder, my elbow, my back. And so I would recommend starting with a pile of flour on a counter surface and just rolling it that way. It was much easier. And so here we go. I used the same recipe for each one of these, rolled them out, cut them out. I just used my bench scraper after folding them. It makes the strips much easier. So I did the flour. I am scrambling the eggs with a fork and just gently mixing in. Sorry, I know that the system I have on my cabinet is in the way. I will try to remember that for the next time, but I am just gradually adding it. That is the roasted garlic I had made in the oven, and I'm just gonna gradually get more and more. I wanted to have it not as sticky before I started playing in it with my hands, but you can quickly make your mound break open. And so it rolled easily. It didn't stick that much. And I ended up each time using about 4 tablespoons of water. Now the spinach one, I didn't have enough, or I didn't measure it well enough. I ended up with more flour, so I did end up on that aspect adding more. So if you're careful, 4 tablespoons of water, 2 eggs, about a teaspoon of salt, and whatever you want to mix in. I would like to do sun-dried tomatoes, and tonight we are going to have a dish that has pasta in it, so I'm kind of thinking I might actually make it tonight. So I am just going to roll this out, pick up enough flour to work it, and then I will roll it out with the rolling pin. And I do recommend, when you go to fold, put a bunch of flour on it so it won't stick to itself. Then fold it again, put more flour in between those layers, because when you pick them up to kind of shake them, it will actually work out in your favor. You'll dump off the flour, and what I did was I just used that flour for the next batch, and it keeps all of the pasta separated, and you're going to end up with some pretty good pasta water with that much flour on it, because that always helps if you're making a sauce. I recommend pasta water as a thickener agent. It works nice. So this one is the spinach, and like I said, I just used fresh spinach and I gave it a rough chop, and we are kneading it. I feel like I might have kneaded this one a little too much, but it still turned out. I'll have to let you guys know when we do use them. I kind of want to let them sit for a little while and then see how they do before cooking them, and then I'll let you guys know. It's definitely, if you use frozen spinach, let it sit out, come to room temperature, and you want to drain off that liquid, but it will give you a greener look to your pasta. And so that is the only thing about fresh pasta or fresh spinach, is you're not going to get that abundance of green. Yeah, the more I look at this, the more I think I need to go get that roller out of the storage unit. I packed it thinking I wasn't going to use it, but here we are. But hindsight, you guys. Anyway, thank you for joining us again, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Love you, and thank you for joining us.